Okay, so here's the situation. I am currently a plain or ordinary person. My name is Talethea. I work from home and I work remotely. But what I'm going to do over this next year is transition my life completely so that I can work remotely on cruise ships while living full time. So I'm pretty excited about it. I've got a ton of questions. There's a lot of information that I'm going to be researching, I guess, over the next few months as I prepare to go. Cruises that I'm going to take, information that I'm going to get, and hopefully do everything I need to so that once I actually make the step from living at home full time to living on cruise ships full time, that it's really an enjoyable process. And you know what? I'll take y'all along for that too. So what I'm going to do now, I guess, is I'm going to make a 10-part series where I kind of figure out and put this whole plan in place. In the past, in my life, I tend to be pretty well known for coming up with an idea, making a plan, and just executing it right away. This is a longer term plan. It will also be executed, but what I'm going to do is go from now, which is May of 2026, until I plan to transition into my full time cruise living in May of 2027. So come along with me as I work this whole plan out. I've got notes, so you'll see me looking down a little bit. I'm going to let you know what I plan to talk about. I guess over these next few weeks, is my intention to make a 10-part series. There will probably be more than 10 parts, but from what I understand now, this 10 parts will be just as I start to get things in place and set things up so that once I go from living at home in a house to living online, living full time on a cruise ship, that it'll be a plan so that I can take the next step, right? I won't be leaping off a cliff. I'll just be taking the next step for the thing that I planned for and worked hard for. So, let me see. So, over the next 10 episodes, as I figure it out, we'll be figuring it out together because I'm going to share with you what I learned. So, this is what I'll be talking about. First off, I need to go ahead and get my passport renewed. I'm overwhelmingly frustrated with myself for even letting the thing expire, but I did, so now I need a new one. So we'll go through that process. Then there's a course that I intend to take that I've heard from a few other people that are a few other women that are also YouTube creators, right? So the course, so I'll be taking that, learning so I can learn a little bit more about how to make my videos look cool. So whenever y'all see them, they'll look all beautiful and polished and well put together. So you'll get to come along for that as well. Then I'm going to do a little bit more research for individual cruise lines. Now, for my cruise living plan, I don't intend to go with one cruise ship. I don't intend to even necessarily stick with the same cruise line. I have some ideas, I guess loose ideas for the ones that I prefer, but that's all based on what I've read, things I've heard, not because I've actually been on a cruise line. Something else to note, I have not actually taken a cruise before. So I'm going to take y'all along as I do that too, right? I'm gonna take my first cruise and bring y'all along for it. So let's see. So back to the different cruise lines that I'm planning to research from now. I'll be researching so it's Royal Caribbean, Carnival, Virgin, Norwegian Cruise Line, and Holland America. I know Holland America isn't based out of the United States, but I've heard a lot of good stuff about it, and I want those to be the few that I start with. Off the bats, I'm feeling better about Virgin. From what I understand, just from researching the cruise lines, they do a better job of just charging you everything up front, and then you don't have to pay a lot of stuff as you go through the cruise. We will see. I will keep track with the notes and the numbers, and I will share that information with you too. But those are the few that I intend to start with. As far as working, I want to keep my job. I like my job. I also don't intend to let go of my house, which is another thing that I know quite a few people when they transition from living at home to living on cruise lines, they will do that. They will let go of their house and sell the stuff, sell their car, and I don't fault those folks for that at all. I completely understand. I like my house. I like my car, so I intend to keep my house. I think that's important to this process. But I'm okay with that. I will be taking y'all through the process as I start to downsize the stuff I have and may not need like while I'm gone. So downsizing will be a part of it, but I don't tend to like do a full revamp of just letting go everything. I do still want to keep my house and my car and my job, which is another thing. I've heard from there's some people that I followed on YouTube who do work full time from for cruise lines. Other people, they let go of their job to make, living on the cruise ship their income, right, as influencers, which is great. I like my job, so I don't intend to leave it. So I'm hoping to be able to, I'm going to figure out how to do it successfully, I guess, with the different internet options, whether it's the ones on the ship or Gig Sky, or the few others that I've heard about. So we will research all of that together as well. Let's see. Another thing that that we will also get a chance to talk about in the upcoming week is buying stock. I've just from a couple of the other influencers that I found, they have gotten significant perks both on the cruise ship and just the hotel stays and the transfers and everything in between from owning stock in the company. I am a very firm believer in the whole idea of investing soundly. So if I can invest some stuff up front in order to be able to save a little bit while I am figuring out while I'm living on cruise ships full time, I'm okay with that. And if I can get a little money from one cruise line while I am like on a different cruise line while figuring that out, I'm okay with that too. So that's a part of my plan. Let's see, loyalty points and perks. From what I understand, that's a good idea in between the different cruises that you take to be able to. So I'm currently already a member for like Hilton and for Marriott. I keep hearing good things about IHG, so I'm gonna do a little bit more research about that. Share with y'all whatever I learn, and then we can go from there with that information as well. Let's see. Along the way, I'm sure there will be all kinds of things that I'll be figuring out, right? What I need to have with me when I cruise, what I can leave at home, how long I'll be gone, when I'll come home, things like that. So I don't know. I intend to figure that out as I go. But I do feel very strongly, like I mentioned earlier, about working from sea on my cruise life. So making that a part of things. I've heard people being able to make this cruise life thing work by casino deals. I've heard of better priced cruise sites that you can use, like Cruise Plum and Vacations to Go, to find cruises that are affordable. So I intend to utilize all the resources that are at my disposal to figure out how to make this work. But I am very much looking forward to finally being able to go and see the world. Another thing that's important, like I know, in addition to going to see the world and figuring out the things about the stocks and what things I need to keep, what things I need to let go of, I will also be researching different types of insurance. I do have medical insurance benefits through my job, but I also know that doesn't necessarily mean I will be covered if I'm in another country. So that is something else we will research to kind of figure out how that works. Let's see. I think that's it. So that we'll have I have a 10-part series, probably more in the end, but just 10 parts as I am preparing to go. I'm going to take y'all along as I go on cruises, as I research different insurance companies and things like that. I'm going to take y'all along for that as well. And my goal is to make this thing so that once I do finally make my, I guess, not permanent, but longer term transition from living at home full time to living on a cruise ship full time, that we can all see this process in the making. And 2-3 years from now, you all will be with me on board some cruise ship looking out at the water. And we can look back at when I started in my work from home office and where I will be then. So come along with me as I figure this out. I'm just a normal lady, intentionally working on redesigning her life a little bit at a time. I spent a lot of time being a mom, a lot of time being a wife, a lot of time doing other things for other folks. I have finally reached my 50th year. I just had my 50th birthday. And I really want to use these next 20, 30, 40, 70 years building a life that I feel good about, and that I'm intentionally going out and seeing the world and doing all the things that I've been talking about wanting to do for all this time. I'm just going to take y'all along with me as I go do it. So let me know if you have any questions. And let me know, I guess, if you have any insight, if you know of any other people that are out doing things. I know there's quite a few people who I've been able to learn amazing things from. So I'll be tagging them as well as we go through the process. But yeah, I'm not saying this is a new thing. I know it's being done by people, but it's new to me. So it'll be cool as I research it and learn a little bit more and kind of execute and take y'all along to learn this thing with me. So that is it. Welcome to Talethea's cruise plan to go and live her life full time on cruise ships. And yeah, I'll be happy to share that with you. Y'all have a good day. Take care. The countdown to my full time cruise living life has begun. So come along with me, y'all, as I learn.